So today we're going to do a hike preparing for a challenge hike that we're going to be doing next year. So today we are out in the Loyalsock State Forest of Pennsylvania, an area that we are pretty familiar with. This was where we did our second backpacking trip, I believe. But the Loyalsock Link Loop is roughly 17 miles. We are going to attempt to do the whole thing today. We should be on the trail at 9. That'll give us 7 hours of daylight to do it in. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, bring you back in a little bit. So we're 1 hour in. We're at Soane's Pond. It's always really nice up here, even this time of year. But our initial first mile and a half was mostly mud and standing water to navigate around. So slowed our pace down. But now we're up to some flatter land, so we're hoping to pick up our pace. But yeah, parts of the trail have been like this. Yeah. Here's an update on our big day hike challenge that we put on ourselves. We are roughly 6.6 miles into our day. It is 3 hours and 24 minutes into the hike. So it's right around 12:30. But we did not expect this system to be as saturated with water as it is. It's really rough. Picking ways around the swamp and marsh areas has been difficult in a lot of the sections, and it's really slowed us down. The elevation gains, when we did this last year, we did it backpacking, so we had all of our loadout, and it's before we changed some of our gear, so we were definitely carrying like 30 pounds, maybe close to 35-pound packs, and those climbs were a little bit rough back then. Today, not so bad. I think we mentally built ourselves up for them to be harder than they really were, because they didn't really seem to slow our pace down very much. So here's the Loyalsock Trail. That's the direction we came from. Up there is where it goes, up and across the road. Oh yeah, sorry, right there's the sign. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow this dirt road this way, because if that trail joins back up with this dirt road a little further on, we're just gonna bail on this part of the trail, and once we meet up with it at the next part of its road crossing, we will start our descent on the trail down to World's End State Park, and from there we'll start making our way back to the car. Now, it might not be the bigger mileage that we were planning for the day, but we should still end up coming in right around I'd say like 10, probably 10 and a half miles, right in that ballpark. But we'll see once it's all said and done. But so far, even though the trail's not cooperating with us, we've set a really good pace despite the obstacles that we've been handed by the trail. So we're pretty happy with that. But we're gonna keep cruising along here and put down some more miles. after a while of hiking on the road, we got back on the Loyalsock trail, followed that down to where it meets the High Rock Trail for World's End State Park, and we're officially back in World's End. Show you the view from up here. And this is what we're looking at right now. We're gonna hike down over this way and down that ridge, down to the road, cross over the bridge, back over towards the park office, and slowly make our way back east towards the car. We are currently 4 hours and 40 minutes into our hike, and we are at 9.7 miles, so not bad. Our current pace has been 27 minutes a mile, roughly, which again isn't too bad considering the terrain that we've been dealing with. Welcome back, everybody. We are almost finished. And some of you might actually recognize this scenery. This particular area of the Loyalsock has been a very common camp spot for us. Actually, this is the spot we camped when we camped here with Kurt and Adam Z. But man, what a day we've had. Let me break out my phone here. So we are going to finish right under 16 miles for the day. We are currently at an actual hiking time of 6 hours and 55 minutes. Our average pace for the day has been roughly in the ballpark of 30 minutes a mile. Now, with us changing our plans and rerouting everything, not all those miles were on trail, but with all the swamp and muddy conditions that we had to deal with, we definitely made the right call by changing our route. The good thing about it is we still got our mileage in, and for how difficult some of the trail was and how much it slowed us down, I feel that the easier like dirt roads and stuff that we were on, I feel that that kind of balances it out to sort of give us a rough idea of what we can expect out of ourselves in the future whenever we try to do hiking attempts like this. So I think we did a good job testing our limits and our personal boundaries. We're both hurting a little bit, a little sore, but we did a good job at keeping ourselves hydrated and fueled. And for me personally, I was trying out a different way of layering my clothes for cold weather hikes, and I think it worked out really well for me. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out for me as we progress further into winter and cold weather. But that was our hiking challenge, first trial attempt, just to gauge what we're capable of. So we'll catch you guys next time. If you have any questions about what we did during this, like any items that we carried, if you have anything that you might be interested in, if you're thinking of doing something similar, just drop a comment below and we'll get back to you.